The crown prince hadn't realized he had already fallen for his younger sister. This remained the case until the moment she rushed into his bath chamber, and he discovered he couldn't refuse her embrace and kiss at all. When he finally resolved to kiss her back, he woke up to the fact that everything just now was only his fantasy. 7 years ago, he had found a homeless girl on the battlefield. She was the daughter of the Grand General, who had died in this war due to a mistaken command given by the crown prince himself. Filled with deep guilt, he took her back to the palace and begged the emperor to grant her the title of princess. The emperor immediately objected, saying there had never been such a precedent before. But the crown prince insisted. Otherwise, he would rather give up his position as heir. He then knelt down and kowtowed. Left with no choice, the emperor conceded. From that day on, the girl was raised as a princess, living under the crown prince's care in his palace. Every day after attending morning court, the first thing the crown prince did was to wake her up in person. Whenever anyone upset her, he would punish them without hesitation. Even himself was no exception. His preference for her was so obvious that everyone thought the girl would be his crown princess in the future. But one day, the emperor summoned the girl for a private audience. The moment she entered, she knelt in respect. The emperor was so startled that he told her to get up quickly, fearing the crown prince might burst through the door at any moment. He then asked if there was someone she fancied. It turned out the girl would soon reach adulthood, and the question of marriage could no longer be avoided. He explained that the crown prince wished to arrange a good marriage for her. Hearing this, the girl felt deeply hurt. She thought the crown prince was eager to send her away from his palace. But before she could respond, the door was suddenly kicked open. It was the crown prince coming with his sword. The emperor couldn't help feeling sorry for his expensive palace door and angrily accused. The crown prince promptly apologized. Then he held the girl's cold hands and draped his own cloak over her shoulders. Seeing this, the emperor simply ended the conversation and handed him a pile of memorials. The crown prince left the palace with the girl. But as soon as they stepped outside, the girl pulled her hand out of his grip. The crown prince didn't understand why she was suddenly angry, but she replied that she already knew he wanted her to get married. At that moment, his hand stopped short of her hair. Only then did the girl realize what the emperor had said was true. She was disappointed that the crown prince didn't treat her as a real family member, but just a temporary guest. Heartbroken, the girl took off his cloak and hurried away. But the crown prince didn't defend himself. For her happiness, he had long sworn to find the best man to be her husband. However, when he returned to his own palace to read the memorials, he was shocked to discover that all of them were love letters written to the girl by the ministers. Enraged, he threw them hard on the ground, snarling that no one was worthy of his precious girl.